There are places on this earth that remain stubbornly off the map, corners of the world that resist the easy categorization of the modern age. Arunachal Pradesh is one such place. It is a land tucked away in the far northeastern knuckle of India, a geographical and cultural enigma that rises abruptly from the plains of Assam. Here, the first rays of the morning sun kiss the Indian subcontinent, earning it the Sanskrit name, Land of the Dawn-Lit Mountains. This is a frontier in every sense of the word, a place where jagged Himalayan peaks claw at a sky heavy with mist, and where the very air seems thick with secrets held for millennia. To travel here is to feel as though you are peeling back the layers of a forgotten manuscript, each valley a new page, each village a new verse. The journey into this realm is not merely a physical one, it is a passage into a different state of being. The landscapes are of such a staggering, almost painterly beauty that they seem to belong to a mythical age. The history of the 20th century has left its indelible and often invisible scars across the globe, and the remote valleys of Arunachal Pradesh are no exception. During the Second World War, this treacherous landscape became a critical, albeit terrifying, aerial highway. Allied pilots flying from bases in Assam to resupply Chinese forces had to cross the easternmost stretch of the Himalayas, a route they grimly nicknamed the Hump. The flight path was one of the most dangerous in the world. Extreme weather, dizzying altitudes, constant threat of mechanical failure. The mountains became a graveyard for aircraft, swallowing hundreds of planes without a trace. Local hunters and villagers occasionally stumble upon the skeletal remains of a C-47, a B-24 Liberator, its metal fuselage slowly being reclaimed by the jungle's relentless embrace. The wrecks are known locally as the Aluminium Trail, a ghostly constellation of downed aircraft scattered across an almost impenetrable wilderness. Each one is a silent monument to the young men who flew those perilous skies, their final moments forever locked within the twisted metal, their fates unknown for decades, if ever. One of the most enduring of these wartime mysteries is the tale of the Lost Squadron. The story, passed down through generations of Allied airmen, local lore, speaks of an entire formation of planes that vanished on a single flight. They were there one moment, flying in formation through the turbulent air, and gone the next, swallowed by a sudden, inexplicable bank of cloud. Today, the search for these lost aircraft continues. Teams of adventurers and historians venture into the unforgiving terrain, guided by fragmented records and oral histories. Finding a wreck is like finding a needle in a continent-sized haystack. Even in our age of satellite imagery and global connectivity, there are still pockets of the world so vast and so wild that they can hide the ghosts of a global conflict. Beneath a canopy of green, a shroud of perpetual mist. These are not just stories from dusty archives, they are living legends in the region. Finding a wreck is like finding a needle in a continent-sized haystack. Beyond the tangible history of war, Arunachal Pradesh is a realm where the landscape seems to possess a magical quality, a mystical high-altitude lake, half-shrouded in morning fog. The region is famous for geographical oddities, phenomena that challenge science and fuel local legends. Vanishing rivers, vanishing lakes, large bodies of water that appear then vanish without pattern, baffling geologists. One year, a vast shimmering lake reflects the sky. The next year, a dry, grassy meadow remains, left only with whispers of what was. These waters are woven into the spiritual life of local communities. Not mere geology, but acts of powerful spirits and deities. The Nokti tribe speaks of the Lake of No Return near Myanmar. Legend says anything entering is never seen again. Rivers suddenly plunge underground, flow through subterranean passages for miles, then re-emerge in a different valley. Physical and spiritual become one. The land a living, breathing presence. Fireside tales of strange, unidentified creatures. The burro, the long-necked, reptile-like beast, said to haunt the swamps of Ziro Valley. Last credible sightings mid-20th century, yet the story persists. Tales of oversized primates, yeti-like, known by various local names, roaming inaccessible ridges. Much forest remains unexplored. Unknown species could exist, hidden from the prying eyes of science. A cautionary reminder, wildness lies beyond the village clearing. Whispers of creatures, the voice of the wilderness. speaking of mystery and an untamed heart. To journey towards the northwestern corner of Arunachal is to ascend into a different world, a celestial realm of Tibetan Buddhist culture perched among the clouds. The gateway to this region is often Bomdila, a charming town that seems to spill down a mountainside, offering staggering views of the snow-capped Kangto and Gorichen peaks. Bomdila serves as a gentle acclimatization, a place where the air begins to thin. Its monastery, a smaller and more intimate counterpart to the grand structures that lie ahead, prayer wheels spinning, hands of devout pilgrims turning them. The road from Bomdila climbs ever higher, snaking its way towards the heavens. The journey itself is an epic, a test of endurance and a feast for the senses. The undisputed highlight of this route is the Sela Pass at over 13,700 feet. Cross the pass, a rite of passage. At the summit lies Sela Lake, crystal clear, mirroring the sky. According to legend, the lake is one of 101 sacred lakes, each tied to the spirit of the nun Sela who assisted Indian soldiers. Beyond the pass, the road descends into Tawang Valley. Anticipation builds. Finally, the magnificent Tawang Monastery comes into view. Golden Namge Latsi. It is the second largest monastery in the world and awe-inspiring. It sits enthroned on a spur, overlooking the valley like a guardian. Founded in the 17th century, it is a vibrant center of learning and home to hundreds of monks. Walking through its courtyards, listening to the guttural chanting from the prayer hall, gazing at the giant serene Buddha statue, absolute tranquility. The monastery is the spiritual heart of the Mompa people. Its vast library houses ancient scriptures. Its walls are covered in exquisite murals. To visit Tawang is to witness a living tradition that has flourished for centuries in a high, isolated sanctuary. Leaving the high-altitude monastic world behind, venturing into the lower reaches of Arunachal reveals a different kind of magic. One that's rooted in ancient tribal traditions and lush, fertile landscapes. The Ziro Valley is perhaps the most enchanting of these. It's a flat, expansive valley cradled by pine-clad hills, and it presents a picture of perfect agrarian harmony. The valley floor is just a patchwork of wet rice paddies, intricately irrigated by a system developed over centuries by the Apatani tribe. This unique method of agriculture integrates rice cultivation with fish farming, a marvel of sustainable engineering. The Apatani people are as fascinating as their landscape. The older Apatani women are famous for their facial tattoos and the large nose plugs known as Yaping Hello. Their villages, with traditional bamboo houses raised on stilts, cluster tightly together. Life in Ziro moves at a gentle, unhurried pace. This unique heritage has earned the valley a tentative spot on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Further south lies Itanagar, the state capital, a bustling town that serves as the administrative and commercial hub of Arunachal. Its most significant landmark is the Ita Fort. Believed to have been built in the 14th or 15th century, the fort is an archaeological puzzle. Beyond it, the Jawaharlal Nehru State Museum offers a comprehensive overview of Arunachal's staggering cultural diversity. The galleries are filled with traditional art, musical instruments, religious artifacts, and handcrafted textiles from all the major tribes. It serves as an essential primer for any traveler, putting the disparate cultures encountered across the state into a broader context. A fitting capital for this land of contrasts. In the extreme eastern corner of Arunachal Pradesh, bordering Myanmar, lies Namdapha National Park. Not merely a park, a vast, untamed kingdom of wilderness, one of Asia's last pristine forests, an incredible range of altitudes from 200 meters to over 4,500 meters. Habitats change with altitude. Tropical wet evergreen rainforest, temperate broadleaf, alpine conifer, permanent snow and ice. A global biological hotspot, home to 4 big cats, tiger, leopard, clouded leopard, snow leopard. Spotting them is pure chance, but their presence proves the ecosystem's health. A haven for the Huluk gibbon, India's only ape, whose dawn calls echo through the canopy. The density and variety of life are staggering. Remoteness is both challenge and blessing. Reaching the core means days of trekking, river crossings on foot, and leech-prone jungle, believed to hide unknown plants, unknown animals, secret valleys and remote plateaus. A living laboratory, a reservoir of genetic diversity. To visit is to glimpse a pre-human dominion world, a humbling reminder of nature's majesty and its concealed treasures, a place of scientific mystery. Arunachal Pradesh is not a land to be observed passively from a distance. It is a land that demands to be experienced with all the senses. A land that demands to be experienced with all the senses. A grand stage for high adventure. For the trekker, the state offers a near infinite array of possibilities, from gentle walks through tribal villages to formidable expeditions into the high Himalayas. The trek to the 7 lakes of Anini, the Bailey Trail tracing the historic escape route of British officers. Each step takes you further from the modern world. The state's mighty rivers, born from Himalayan glaciers, offer some of the most thrilling whitewater rafting on the planet. The Siang River carves its way through the heart of Arunachal, creating furious rapids and deep, sheer-walled gorges. A rafting expedition down the Siang is an epic journey. The adrenaline rush of navigating grade 4 and 5 rapids, a multi-day adventure, and the tranquility of camping on secluded sandy beaches under a canopy of stars. The Subansiri and the Lohit rivers offer equally exhilarating experiences through untouched riverine landscapes. For those who prefer 2 wheels, Arunachal is a motorbiking paradise. The state's winding roads with hairpin bends and dramatic drop-offs are a dream for riders. A motorbike journey to Tawang through Bomdila and over the Sailor Pass. The freedom of the open road combined with raw, unfiltered beauty. A wildlife safari in Namdapha can yield sightings of exotic hornbills, Malayan giant squirrels, and troops of macaques. Simply driving through the state is an adventure, with landslides and river crossings part of the travel experience. Arunachal invites you to step out of your comfort zone, to embrace the unpredictable, and to find the thrill that comes not just from organized activities, but from the simple act of exploring a land that remains magnificently wild. To truly understand Arunachal Pradesh is to look beyond its mountains and rivers and into the faces of its people. The state is an extraordinary anthropological mosaic, more than 26 major tribes and over 100 sub-tribes. Language, customs, dress, belief system. Preserved by geographical isolation, Arunachal's most precious treasure. Many of these tribes follow an indigenous animist faith known as Donyi Polo, Donyi the sun, Polo the moon. Shamans or Nibus act as intermediaries, performing rituals to appease spirits and healing the sick. This rich cultural tapestry is most vibrantly displayed during the state's numerous festivals. Nishi, Neokum Festival, Galo, Mopin Festival, Adi, Solong Festival. Men and women don their finest traditional attire, beads, feathers, and hand-woven fabrics, participating in ritual dances and community feasts. It is to experience the deep sense of community, the reverence for tradition, and the importance of preserving ancient heritage against the relentless tide of modernity. In an increasingly homogenized world, the resilient and diverse cultures of Arunachal stand as a powerful testament to the beauty of human difference. To witness one of these festivals is to see the soul of Arunachal laid bare. It is to experience the joyous spirit that defines these cultures. Arunachal Pradesh exists as a paradox. It is a part of modern India, yet it feels like a land apart, a world unto itself. Its strategic location, sharing long and sensitive borders with Bhutan, China, and Myanmar, has historically contributed to its isolation. For decades, access was restricted, requiring special permits. This seclusion has acted as an unintentional guardian of the region's unique character, preserving pristine ecosystems and ancient cultures from the tidal wave of mass tourism. The memories are vivid and visceral. the taste of butter tea in a monastery, the sound of a hulock gibbon's call at dawn, the sight of a hornbill in flight, the warmth of a smile from an Apatani elder. It is a place that changes your perspective, reminding you of the immense beauty and complexity of our world. Pack your bags, secure your permit, and set forth on the road to Arunachal, Pradesh. Pack your bags, secure your permit, and set forth on the road to Arunachal, Pradesh. Go and explore its misty valleys, listen to its whispered legends, and meet its incredible people. Go and discover for yourself the magic that lies beyond the edge of the map in India's hidden and truly unforgettable paradise. If you enjoyed this journey into India's hidden paradise, hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures, and tell us in the comments what mystery of Arunachal Pradesh fascinates you the most.